So I am joined here at the East Coast Martial Arts studio here in North Canton. This is Chad, one of the managers here. Let's start off by, please tell me about yourself and about the studio.
Yeah, I started martial arts way back in 1982. It was my first karate class. Just something I kind of fell in love with. My dad got me into martial arts because I was a smaller kid, skinny kid. He wanted me to be able to take care of myself if I needed to.
For sure.
So, I did martial arts pretty heavy for 4 or 5 years. When I got a little older, my teenage years in high school, I kind of got away from it, but something always drew me back to martial arts.
Okay.
Even then when the UFC started getting real popular in MMA, I started looking for jiu-jitsu gyms.
Okay.
Because that was the thing that was dominating that sport, And it took me a while to find a jiu-jitsu gym, and I found East Coast. And they did jiu-jitsu once a week,
Okay.
And it was no-gi, which is like, a rash guard and a pair of shorts, And then we've just grown into what we have now, I'm the manager of the gym. I run everything day to day, and teach most of the jiu-jitsu classes.
Okay.
So yeah, that's kind of the start of my journey, I guess.
Okay, so is the gym like kid focused, or can anybody do it?
Honestly, it's everything. We have everywhere from 3-year-old kids to people that are in their 50s and 60s,
Okay.
training. So
Okay.
we have a variety of youth classes for jiu-jitsu and our karate program. We have kickboxing. We have
Okay.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu, like I mentioned. And then we have MMA Fit, which is our fitness class. So kettlebells,
Okay.
body weight stuff,
Okay,
medicine balls,
okay. So
kind of like a
it's-
boot camp type.
Oh, I
class,
see. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like I was telling you earlier, I've never been in a studio like this. I've never, my cousin did karate growing up,
Right.
but that I never did anything with him. So, to a beginner, to an outsider, what would you describe, how would you introduce it to me?
Yeah, so it's such a, open question, right?
Of course.
So before even teaching you karate or telling you about it, when you walked in the door here today, I want you to feel a cool atmosphere. You know
Definitely,
what I mean?
yeah.
Oh, this is a cool place.
Yeah, for sure.
Without even nobody here.
Yeah.
Right? You can
It's-
tell it's a cool place, right? So that's my first thing as an instructor and as the manager. I want you to walk in and feel comfortable.
Okay.
And I want you to, feel relaxed, like, hey, I can talk to these guys or whatever we're doing, right? Or you can jump on the mat and start learning some stuff. So then we talk about, hey, what are you looking for? What kind of martial art are you looking for? And then we can go through the various programs and see what might fit you best. We offer free classes, so if somebody's on the fence, I'm like, come in and try a couple classes.
Okay.
Do a karate class, do a jiu-jitsu class, see what you like before you commit. I don't want you to, the last thing I want to do is somebody to commit and then they don't like it.
Oh, yeah.
And then they don't come back. It's like, well, where'd they go? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Where'd we go wrong?
where'd we go wrong?
Right.
It's where I'd rather you say, call me and say, hey, I'm not digging that class. Can I try another one? Absolutely. We want you to be here. We want you to be part of the family. I mean, you'll hear that thrown around a lot probably as we're talking, is the family and the atmosphere.
That's awesome.
Because that's my 2 number 1 things before you even take a class. Before you even take a class, I want you to feel that. So.
Do you you mentioned kickboxing and do you do fitness classes? Just fitness classes also,
So the MMA Fit is our fitness class.
Okay.
So that's our, it can be anywhere from just a whole body weight workout to kettlebells or medicine balls. We have battle ropes that we get out sometimes. So it's an awesome, total body core workout for anybody.
Awesome.
And it's not one of them workouts where somebody's yelling at you and you're counting reps. You have a minute to do this exercise, you're going to do what you can.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And just keep things moving. It's a really interactive, fun class.
Okay, so say if not the most fit, but I'm on my weight loss journey. Would it be would it be easy to jump
Absolutely.
in?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's for, and that's the other thing I get when people are calling, or I talk to people like, hey, why aren't you doing this? Well, I need to get in shape first. That doesn't work that way.
Right.
You come in and you get in shape.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's what the classes are for.
That's what the classes are for. Even jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, karate, they're going to get you in shape. Like, I'm not like a huge workout guy where I'm going to go lift a bunch of weights. You know, I'll do some push-ups and some pull-ups, that kind of thing. Because doing jiu-jitsu it's a hard thing to plan for. I'm not a runner. Like, I would rather, to get in better shape for jiu-jitsu, me personally, I want to do more jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. Do you care to share the history of the studio?
Yeah, absolutely. So we started in a garage
Okay.
in downtown Canton in 1986.
Okay.
I've been here since 2004, so it's still a little while. The gym was started by Steve Heinman. He was the, professional martial arts and always the student of learning things, right? So we started with a Shotokan karate base back in the day. And then as things evolved, Mr. Hyman wanted to add things. What's this Thai boxing? What's jiu-jitsu? So he seeked those things out.
Okay.
And has made our curriculum what it is today.
I see.
So he passed away in 2015 of stage 4 cancer. And it's still owned by the family. Tiffany Hyman still owns the gym, and I run everything day to day. She's awesome. And but we still keep his. We're doing his curriculum that he created. And we call it like our youth martial arts, or people call it youth karate, right? And I feel karate is such a generic term anymore. You know what I mean? Because everybody knows somebody, like your cousin did karate.
Right.
Everybody knows somebody that did it back in the day, because that's what we had. But like in our karate program, we do kickboxing, we do Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and we do functional self-defense for the kids.
Okay.
Because you're here because in case you need to do something. I mean, a lot of it, we focus on respect, discipline, all that stuff. We bow in and we bow out.
Core values.
It's core values. Core values are huge. We have these pillars: respect, discipline, tenacity, character, confidence, and leadership. That's what we want our kids and everybody to do. You can see when you leave, you can see on the wall, we have all those core values on the wall.
Okay.
But we want a very functional, progressive curriculum to where if you need to use something, in a traditional, like when I did karate back in the day, we learned just karate. You weren't learning multiple disciplines, Okay. So now it's like, hey, in our karate program, we're going to do some jiu-jitsu to see if somebody's on top of you, how can I get up and get away? It's not always fighting back, it's getting away and being safe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because God forbid we get into a situation like that, but
I've told people, I've been in martial arts on and off, mostly on since I was 7 years old. I'll be 48 this year. I've never been in a fight in my life.
Wow.
A lot of that is time and place, luck.
For sure.
I think some of it is confidence, knowing,
Holding your head up high.
Holding your head up high. I've seen kids come in here and, in 6 months, they're changing the way they walk because they have some confidence now. You know what I mean? But I don't want to challenge myself and know if I can fight or not.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You don't want to have to.
I don't want to have to do that. I really don't. You know? So I do that every night in here with my friends, and we,
just for fun.
Just for fun, we choke each other and try to armbar each other and have a good time. But I think martial arts has given me some confidence and life skills to know what a good and bad situation is. Hey, this doesn't feel right. I should probably not be here.
Yeah.
Or whatever
Maybe
that case could be.
Go the other way.
Yeah, go the other way. Yeah.
Anything else you care to share about martial arts or the studio?
I just encourage everyone, if you're not involved in martial arts, seek it out and look for it.
Okay.
If I obviously want everybody to come to East Coast and experience what we have here, because I think it's awesome. But if you're not close to East Coast, find somewhere you can go. It's a life-changing thing in a family that you never expected you'd have.
For sure.
So that's my thing.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
For talking to me.
Not a problem.
Thank you so much for watching. East Coast Martial Arts is in Canton, Ohio, and I have linked their Facebook page in the description down below. And if you like this content, feel free to subscribe and like and comment. And until next time, I will see you later.